Yo, I think this thing's recording. Okay, I'm gonna get some water. I'll be back. I wonder if the mic picked that up. All right, why am I doing this? Viewer retention right now just did that. I really want to record videos. That's kind of the whole point of my video. There's gonna be like chapters at the bottom probably. I've never done the chapters before, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that. There's no continuation, so it doesn't matter if you miss a part or two. I feel like talking, but it's 11 p.m. All my friends on the North American East Coast are probably asleep. So I think that's kind of what like jump-started my desire to record this, but also because I just haven't filmed a video in so long, unscripted. And I see people do this on YouTube all the time, and I'm not trying to copy them, but it's more like I want to do it because I just want to do it. I guess I'm trying to shift more towards creating rather than consuming. I want to record more processed content rather than raw live streams. I struggle with pulling through with recording stuff, which is why I live stream so much. I just stream and then boom, video's done. I feel like most people who are gonna watch this probably know who I am, because why would someone who doesn't know who I am watch this? I'm in Japan right now. Oh, so unique. Oh my god, a random guy with a garbage... Look at the aesthetic. Wow, this guy is trying so hard. I know, right? It's cringe. I'm in Japan. I'm on exchange right now in Waseda University in Tokyo, Shinjuku, which is something I started planning in 2023. Before I even started my undergrad, I found the exchange program. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make sure that I go on exchange. And I did it. I'm here. So I guess I can pat myself on the back for that one. Someone will probably see this and be like, who the hell are you? I'm Gogo. I've lived on the internet for basically more than half my life. I used to, my presence on the internet started with speedrunning. I used to speedrun Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine. Did that until like 2018-ish. Then I moved to playing Osu. I started playing Osu in 2014 and kind of went on hiatus in 2022, I think, after getting a wrist injury. Shocker, rhythm game player after 8 years got an injury on his hand. I pivoted towards Valorant during COVID, played a lot of VR chat to practice my Japanese. For the last year or two, I would say my focus has really been IRL live streams, which is a genre that I've really been enjoying, and I'm really happy with the fact that I've been able to create a setup that works. Like I have the microphone, I have the camera. I don't need like the TVU, which is what like iShowSpeed and all those other big streamers use, which is like a 30K USD setup. Like, bro, my setup maybe costs less than 1K Canadian. So and I don't have to pay any subscriptions. Like I'm just using my own data to stream, which is arguably that's pretty cool. So obviously I've been here since March, so it's been almost 3 months now. I've been away from family. I'm living alone for the first time in my life. The reason why I mention this is because obviously there's a physical distance between everyone that I know. This distance, at least for my brother, I won't comment really too much on my relationship with my mom. It's great. I love my mom. She's amazing. You guys should say W mom in the comments. In the comments, I'm so not used to saying in the comments section. The distance between me and my brother has, you can call it a cliche if you want, but I feel like for me at least, it's strengthened my bond with him. I feel like he gets me more than anyone else in this world, and I'm pretty happy that I have someone that I'm able to relate to on that level. Obviously, he doesn't understand like the things that I do and the significance between certain things, like my relationship with the learning Japanese, or my relationship with like live streaming or being on the internet, because he's not chronically online. He's like online like a consumer, but he doesn't engage. He doesn't interact with people. So we're very different in that regard. But I still feel like in this world, he's the person who understands me the most. But I feel a pretty strong connection, for lack of a better word, with him. And we've been talking a lot over the phone ever since I've been in Japan, and I don't know, I'm just happy with how my conversations with him have been. Anyways, next point, Ocarina of Time. I've finally, man, it's been so long since I've casually tried playing games, and I'm trying my best. It's still hard, but I've made it to the water temple in Ocarina of Time. This is my first playthrough of the game. I've known about the game for like ages. Like I used to watch my cousins like back in Toronto play this when I was like 3 or 4 years old. The fact that I'm playing the game on the 3DS that I bought in Japan, by the way, I got a dual IPS 3DS. It literally has no scratches, nor on the body, nor on the screens. I'm really happy with the fact that I'm actually playing a game casually. Like the dopamine receptors in my brain are absolutely cooked, bro. Speedrunning, competitive gaming like Valorant, Osu, all these like activities and all this like repeatable, predictable like gameplay content, I feel like really destroyed my ability to play new stuff. It's such a drag. It's just like I really don't want to do this. So I don't know. I'm really happy that I'm casually playing Ocarina of Time. I'm enjoying the game. It's nice. Some parts of it, like the Fire Temple, were kind of bad. Like just some things like a door that is completely hidden behind a wall that looks like that doesn't even have a crack, and you have to drop a bomb on it, and then it reveals a door. Stuff like that is just kind of stupid. I've been thinking a lot about what I want to do when I go back to Canada. One thing that's really high on my list is I want to live stream more using my 3DS. Probably going to install the Loopy capture card that everyone just talks about so highly of. But then also there's a list of games that I want to live stream. So my brother bought Persona 5 on Steam. So I want to play Persona 5. A lot of people have been recommending me a lot of different games. There's like, I've played like almost no games. Like all the big games that you can think of, AAA titles, indie games, all that. Like I literally played Undertale for the first time in September 2025. And I think a couple of people probably watching this video remember the live streams that I did on YouTube. My live streams on YouTube were actually pretty good when I was doing Undertale. Like I remember, I think at some point I had like 15 viewers or something, which is kind of crazy to me. I'm really excited to play Pokemon Black. While I was growing up, I only played Pokemon Heart Gold, and my brother played Pokemon Soul Silver. But then after that game, my brother got Pokemon White. I never played it, but I would always hear like the BGM OST in the back. And I'm a guy that's huge on soundtracks, whether it's a video game, whether it's really excited to play Pokemon Black because I have like some nostalgia for the game, even though I've never played it, which is like, I'm a sucker for nostalgia. Otherwise, Ace Attorney Trilogy, that's a game I'm trying to play in Japanese. I finished the tutorial. First time I played it, it took me 3 hours. But I played it recently on the campus in my school. And I actually finished it in 1 hour this time while reading everything. So I hope I'm making progress. I don't know. And then there's also a good friend of mine who told me that he really likes Kid Icarus Uprising, one of his favorite games. Actually, 2 of my really close friends told me that. Yeah, based off of their suggestion. It's really just like so I can connect to people. I'm going to be honest, it's really weird. I'm playing games to connect with people, but it's also a connection that I've really longed for because I've always been like classified as like within my like my friends or my family, I've always been classified as the gaming guy, but it's like I don't play games that much. Like I only played like 5 games for like 10 years, bro. Like I could name you all of them. Valorant, VRChat, Osu, Super Mario Sunshine, and Super Mario 64. Like these are the 5 games that I played. I did not play anything else. Minecraft was before that, but that's a different era of my life that is completely like long gone. So yeah, really excited to go back to Canada and go back to playing games a lot more. Anyways, moving on. Next topic. I just finished a hackathon in South Korea, which are not words that I thought would come out of my mouth ever in my life, to be honest. I did my first hackathon at Connu Hacks at Concordia University because I go to Concordia University in Montreal. After one of my really good friends has been like egging me on to like make projects and participate in hackathons. He told me this like probably 4 years ago, and I don't know why it took so long, man. Like this is the problem with me. Like people give me like such good advice and they tell me exactly what I need to do, and I act on it like a decade later, bro. Like I actually have like a mental problem, bro. I hate myself so much for that. So I went to South Korea. Someone in a random group chat that I'm in said that there was a hackathon happening there. It was a pretty interesting experience. We didn't win, but whatever. It's only my second hackathon I've ever done, so it's not like I'm expecting massive gains. I'm just kind of going for the experience. This was the first time I went to a country as a tourist, but also as someone who was not able to speak the local language. So I don't know Korean, obviously. I know like annyeonghaseyo and like, whoa, that's crazy. I've been to, I mean, not that many countries. I've been to England, I've been to Scotland, I've been to Pakistan. I'm Pakistani ethnically. And I've been to Japan. But I speak the language of all of these countries to some extent. Uh, and then I went to South Korea, and that was the first time in my life that I experienced being a tourist without speaking the local language. And as expected, I really hated that feeling. Not because I can't communicate with people, but because I hate it when people visit countries and then they speak English because they come from an English speaking country, and then they just impose English on the country that they're going to. Let's say someone, typical example, someone from the US, I don't know, goes to Japan, whatever. The most boring example I can think of. And they go to Japan and they just use English everywhere. They don't learn a word of Japanese, and they're just like, I'm going to speak English and these guys will speak English. But it's like, if let's say a Japanese person went to the US, the Japanese person would not be speaking Japanese. I mean, obviously, it's not an international language, but I hate this double standard. I feel like it's unfair, but at the same time, I don't know. I have weird feelings about this. So, anyways, I hated the fact that I was the one doing that, but I was trying my best to like speak in very simple English and like not make too many demanding requests. And as soon as like I needed to do anything that was mildly complicated and like language wise, I would just show like Korean text. I was only there for 3 days, so I can kind of excuse myself for not learning Korean. But definitely, if I went for even like a week, I would make an effort to learn a bit more of the language. Anyways, moving on. Student life in Waseda. So I'm a Waseda University student for 1 semester, spring 2026. I've been spending a lot of time with the Intercultural Communication Center and their events that they plan. So they have English chat clubs, they have French chat clubs, they have Japanese chat clubs, they have anime chat lounge. I haven't been to one yet. I'm gonna go to the one in a couple weeks. And I also signed up for it's called the ICC Outreach Program, where basically I'm gonna give a class to high school students in Japan about my cultural background. So I have a background in Canada, like I'm from Quebec, and I also have a Pakistani background because I've been born and raised in a Pakistani household, Pakistani family. So I don't know how that's gonna go. That's happening in like 2, 3 weeks. Kind of nervous about that. I don't know why I signed up for it. Like everyone around me is like, oh, I signed up because I'm really interested in education and like I think like culture is such an amazing thing. And I'm just like, I just thought it sounded absolutely absurd that I would teach a 50-minute lecture in a Japanese high school. Like, who am I? Like, what qualification? I'm just a random guy, bro. Like, anyways, so that's kind of the thought process I had while these guys are all giving sophisticated answers. So, whatever. We'll see what happens. Maybe I'll make a follow-up video on that. My experience teaching in a Japanese high school for 1 day. I don't know. Probably I'll never make that video. Otherwise, I've been active in the Waseda cycling circle. I did 1 day where I think we were supposed to do 60 kilometers, but I ended up doing 80 kilometers. We went to Kasumi Gaura. I went and biked there with them, and that was great fun. It was really hard, but it was great fun. Speaking of cycling, reason why I cycle, it started with, I think I was watching Dog VA, Connor, from Trash Taste. I was watching his cyclothon number 3, was it? Either it was 3 or 4. And I would be able to watch all the way until like 2, 3 a.m. And the timing was really good for me. And it really motivated me to start. I got my bike in Canada, started biking there, and then him live streaming it also made me want to IRL stream. So I started IRL streaming and I started biking at the same time, which is kind of like my 2 favorite things to do right now. Like this is kind of just my hyperfixation right now. And so the fact that I went with the cycling club and it was with Waseda University, like the students, the club of this university, I feel like is a really good opportunity for me to like, connect with the people over here. Like it's great fun because it's like I'm an exchange student, so I don't really have many opportunities to integrate with people here, but I still feel like I'm connecting, which makes me happy. One thing I did notice about myself, my social skills and my ability to connect with new people, I'm able to do it quickly and easily, which surprises me. People always talk about like the difficulties of like social interaction. While I'm hanging out, like even if like something really stupid happens to me, like I'm able to just like plow through it. But I'm surprised that like the amount of socialization that I've been doing, and it's like there's no like massive change in my life or anything, but it's a nice feeling that I'm not afraid to talk to people. I feel like it's a skill that's a lot of people are lacking, and I'm thankful that I don't have that struggle as much as some other people might. But then I also just every time I'm engaging in like new environments, like I always like introduce myself, and I always say like I like meeting new people. Like I don't know why that's like my catchphrase, but it's just true. I just like meeting people. One of the reasons why I would say is because I've been going to language exchanges in Montreal for Japanese a lot since 2023. I know like how to navigate conversations. Like I know how to ask people questions for them to talk more about themselves, because I know the easiest thing to do for anyone is to talk about themselves. And so you just do like a surface level like question, like, oh, what do you do? And then like, oh, I'm studying, I don't know, economics. And I'm like, oh, you're studying economics. What part of it do you like? Right? And it makes them think, like, what part of it do I like? I feel like it's not a question that people usually ask. And I kind of just like dig randomly like that. And at some point, I'd find a lead into something that is easy for me to talk about. But there's like key questions that I figured out. And I feel like I'm giving a lecture on like how to socialize now, but I'm able to socialize. I'm constantly meeting people in Tokyo. So at language exchange, I connected with a lot of people. I've been learning Japanese since 2017, but I've been actively going to language exchanges since 2023. So I would say my output really started in 2023. As an exchange student, I have a different experience than most exchange students, since I already have friends here and acquaintances here. When I say here, I mean Tokyo. But then I also have a large familiarity with the language and the culture. So yeah, I'm doing constant hangouts. I'm typically like 4 weeks ahead of me are typically booked. Events, hangouts, activities, just stuff planned. And it's wild to me. I don't know how I'm doing it. People around me are doing interesting things. I have some friends that own companies. I have some that are working with high profile employers. Like they're pushing their own backs, right? Those kind of people, I feel like that's not me, because I don't do that. But I also am a strong believer of, I don't know if it's a philosophy or it's a way of thinking or whatever, but I very much agree with surrounding yourself with people who you can learn from, because it allows me to like constantly like see what can be done, see like the vision that people can have about life, see the projects that people work on, right? The point I was trying to make is I'm genuinely surprised at my ability to connect with people who are very driven, and I contrast it with myself, as in like I'm someone who's not doing much. All I do is like people see me and like, oh my god, you're doing all these cool things, you're learning Japanese, you're live streaming and this, but it's like I'm not building my career. I'm not securing my future. I'm just doing whatever the hell I want, whenever the hell I want, and then people are praising me for it. But it's like, guys, I have no structure. I'm just doing things. Internships and the JSLR jobs. I'm going to start off by saying that I have a great support system. I have many friends in the industry, and they're helping me with like giving me tips on like getting my first CS internship, and like I'm trying to push my technical skills as well, but like I'm spreading myself so thin with all these things that I'm just constantly doing, like live streaming, learning Japanese, hanging out outside, staying in touch with online communities. It's like I'm spreading myself so thin that I keep telling myself like, all right, I feel like I have a massive lock-in phase in my life that's about to appear. And I keep telling myself that like every now and then. And it's like a dangerous thought, because it's like, it makes you feel like, oh my God, I'm about to do something insane. I'm about to show all the people around me that like, I'm actually cracked. And like, I'm like, I can like get into like Fang, or like I can do this, or I can do that. Like I can do some insane like feat. But then nothing happens. I don't know. I disappoint myself a lot is kind of what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm stupid, bro. Yeah, so I have 1 year left in my undergrad, and I really need to make sure that I get at least like 2 internships before I graduate, because it's like job market this, job market that. But like, listen, nobody's hiring a freshly graduated student who has no work experience. That is just a thing of the past. That is just not happening anymore. And it's something that I have a lot of stress over. I don't show it, I don't talk to people about it, but I'm very, very, very worried I really, really want to like just like tick off like internship done, internship number 2 done. Okay, I have quote unquote not 1 year, but like almost 1 year of experience. And like I know that getting subsequent internships, at least I've heard, is a lot easier once you have like 1 or maybe even 2 internships done. So it's like it's all wishful thinking. I want this, I want that, but I'm not doing anything for it. It's just like I don't know what's wrong with me. I want to finish off by talking about how I've changed a little bit ever since I've come to Japan. And I hope it's not a temporary sentimental change, which is usually what happens with me. Like my environment really shapes how I feel. So I will go in a new environment, feel super strangely motivated, and I'm like, oh my god, I can do all these things. I go back to my safe zone and at home where everything is the same, predictable. And then I fall back to that same complacency that I've had for the last, like, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years. My room is very bland. I don't have curtains. I have a cheap $100 IKEA table. I have a cheap $50 IKEA table. Like, nothing crazy. But after visiting like some friends in Montreal and also visiting some friends in Tokyo, I've noticed that they have very like interesting, very inspiring setups. And by inspiring, I mean like it's really like cool. It's like if you think like gamer room, but like actually like convenient. Like they have like a very like niche usage for like a certain TV and like a bed that turns into like a couch, and like they have all these like cool furniture items that like really make their living space like alive. And I don't have that. And I could do it, I just don't do it. And I have a basement now. So I want to turn it into like a cool gaming space where I can like invite my friends, I can have a good time. Like just that little corner, right? That I can have, like that I've imagined like as a kid. That is a new sentiment in me that has started, which I'm happy about, but it's a sentiment, it's not an action, right? I have to actually do it. My mom will watch this video and she'd be like, oh my god, my son is so cool, or something like that, right? But it's like, who else cares about what I'm talking about? TLDR, man, I have a lot of thoughts. I'm worried about my job prospects. I'm living in Japan. I wished that I made more videos. I'm not recording enough stuff. No one's gonna judge this, but I also know that I'm gonna post this and no one will care. So why am I doing this? What is the point? I should just make like a 2-minute video of like some epic montage and be like, ah, my life. I'm in Japan, Tokyo. Oh, I'm living the best life. It's so great. Oh, my life. And then people are gonna be like, oh my god, this video is so inspirational. I want to go on exchange in Japan too, and like all this. But it's like, bro, life's not that glamorous. Life's not that, it's not doom either. But, you know, it's just, that's it, bro. Things happen. If you watch to the end of this video, can you at least do me a favor and comment if anything sounded interesting to you? Not even why you watched to the end. I don't care about why you watched to the end. You don't need to tell me that. But is there any part of the video that, I don't know, tell me your thoughts. Share your thoughts with me. I want to have a dialogue with someone if possible. I'm basically talking in a void right now. I'm just in my apartment in Tokyo, bro. I don't know what I'm doing. Anyways, wow, I'm gonna have fun editing this video. This is basically a 40-minute video. God damn it. What am I doing? I don't know. Subscribe, please. Bye.